Hello, everyone, and welcome to your Friday edition of Forecasting with Friends. We have a live report from out in Tennessee, unfortunately talking about tornado damage. And then later on in the show, we have our Furry Friends Friday, and then, of course, your weekend forecast. There is a lot to get to, but we do want to talk about the nearly 50 million people across the Midwest and the South that are under the threat of tornadoes, strong winds, and flash flooding. Now, this is part of a multi-day severe threat that has already unfortunately killed at least 7 people. So Fox's Asher Red is in Selmer, Tennessee. And Asher, how's it going out there? We know we met with one of your coworkers earlier, and just to see the devastation, it's just so tough to watch.
Yeah, hi there, Allison. It's almost like time stopped, and it stuck where it stopped when that one EF3 tornado, according to the National Weather Service, hit this area early Wednesday morning, or early Thursday morning, I should say. But I want to step out of the way and just show you some of the home damage that we're looking at. This is one of the homes on the main street here in Selmer, Tennessee. You can look inside and just see where people's lives left off when this storm happened. And looking on the ground here, you've got things that just flew out of the house. They were literally sucked out of the windows, things like knickknacks in this cabinet. We've got hiking boots and plenty of plywood, cardboard. We've seen pictures, family pictures going around. Many of these places around here it's just littered with people's documents and things that really matter to people. But one man I spoke with just down the block, he was thankfully not here when all of this happened. He was at a nearby storm shelter, but he found his personal belongings just in front of us yesterday, and they were about 100 feet or so away from his house. Take a look.
At once I was asleep, and he woke up and he said the siren's going off, and we just like, well, maybe it's just another fluke, you know. But we gets up and we head down to the old county courthouse down here. Gets up this morning, come back and assess everything, and this is what we turned out to see.
Yeah, and devastation goes even further. We have a carport just behind me that was taken down. The owners of this house that we were just looking at, they were speaking with us, saying that this is their truck. This is their these are their personal cars. The carport just fell through, busted the windshield. We have plenty of trees down, and of course, behind this tree line is a community of tiny homes that were provided by a local nonprofit that's just across the street from here. And it's really heartbreaking to see all of this devastation. There are buildings that have just been wiped off of their foundations completely. Now, a lot of people are still in a threat for this weekend. That's why volunteers are out here. They're trying to get this stuff cleaned up before winds get picking back up debris, before the flash floods come in. So this really is a race against the clock, as this weekend is expected to get worse. In Selmer, Tennessee, Asher Red, Fox 26 News.
Thank you so much, Asher. And I just have a few more questions. So what time did you get there? Was it just after the devastation happened, or were you kind of in the area when the severe storms broke through?
Yeah, well, I started driving here from Knoxville, Tennessee, across the state at about 5:30 yesterday morning, and we got here yesterday. Things were a lot worse yesterday, I must say. All Verizon phones were down. No one had signal. A lot of crews were out here getting rubble pushed into piles just so they can get things cleared off on the street so people can get around. And we do have power crews out here working to lay some of these power lines down, bring power back to people, and also Verizon phones and much of the signal issues have been resolved, thankfully. But there's still a long way to go. It could be weeks or months for that matter.
Well, and that's the scary thing, is that the severe threat's not over, but you guys have been getting on and off rain, and just to see some of the rainfall totals so far just over the last 24 to 48 hours, up to 9 inches in some spots, is that worrying folks? And then what do they do if their house was destroyed from the tornado and then heavy rain starts to move in?
Yeah, it is worrying, because when you think about it, the rain comes in. If you have a flash flood, all this debris that's in these piles all neatly on the side of the road, it's going to go right back out into the road. And not to mention, God forbid another storm produces a tornado in this area, this debris pile that you're seeing behind me is just a projectile waiting to happen. And that's another big thing that's worrying a lot of people. And so they're trying to get this debris out as quick as possible, hopefully to stop any other debris from flying around anywhere else.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. How much longer will you be in Selmer there reporting on the damage?
We'll be here until later today. After this evening comes around, we'll probably head out. But the damage goes beyond just Selmer as well. We've seen, this is where tornado damage is, but when you go out to Middle Tennessee, specifically South Nashville, has flooded pretty bad yesterday, and they're still dealing with some of that right now. We're going to get even more rain. I know tomorrow we're going to have inches upon inches of rain in some places in Tennessee.
And it looks like maybe you're sweating a little bit, so probably the humidity's back as well, so that's not good to add on top of everything. Well, Asher, thank you so much for your report. Please stay safe and stay cool in this heat.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Well, to see the devastation, I mean, this is video out of Arkansas, actually, but it just shows what the atmosphere is capable of doing. Violent storms and tornadoes moved through. So this was actually 2 days ago now, where some of these folks were sending in this image, Oklahoma to Indiana. So this was actually captured in Arkansas, where we know that at least 7 people, unfortunately, are dead. The problem with some of these storms is that they were rain wrapped, so you can't tell that there's a tornado behind a wall of dark clouds and heavy rain. And just like Asher was talking about, more severe weather and dangerous flash flooding is going to be likely across the country. And like we mentioned, National Weather Service is letting folks know you cannot let your guard down. We are looking at a multi-day catastrophic and potentially historic heavy rainfall event that could swell rivers. And honestly, it's already starting to do so across the Tennessee River Valley. It can just become too much for drainage systems. So forecasters predict as many as 90 million people could be under severe weather alerts over the next few days. Arkansas, Missouri, and Kentucky, and even into Indiana, are especially high for that flood threat. And I do want to show you one other video. We have a large funnel that was moving through Lake City, Arkansas, sending sparks flying from possible electric explosions. I mean, it's truly incredible to see. And you know, a little bit of a side note, I don't know if you guys have seen the documentary on the Joplin, Missouri tornado. It was a Cat 5 that rolled through, you know, several years ago, but I did watch that just last weekend. And just to know what those people went through and to hear their personal accounts and then to see this severe weather roll through, oh, it just breaks my heart, and it's scary. So please, if you have family or friends in these areas, tell them that they need to get somewhere safe. Do not take any tornado warning that goes off, or, you know, you hear the sirens lightly. This has obviously been a very big event. The atmosphere is just so juiced up. And Clint, if we could actually just quickly go to the weather graphics, links 1. I just want to show you guys kind of the setup of what's happening, because we've talked about, okay, the potential for that heavy rain extending from just outside of Dallas all the way up to Indiana. And that's flood warnings. I believe that there are more than 76 flash flood warnings ongoing as we speak, and that's mainly across portions of Arkansas, Tennessee, and into Kentucky. I mean, these are radar estimated 2-day rainfall totals, now up to anywhere from 6 to 10 inches. So that flash flood risk mainly going to be over Arkansas today, but that's also where the severe weather risk basically lines up. We're looking at a 4 out of 5 significant risk. That means we could be seeing hail larger than golf ball. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 1 to 2 inches possible in diameter. Also, the widespread tornado threat of EF3 tornadoes plus. So this is not something to tread lightly with at all. And actually, if we zoom down a little bit, this is what our severe weather threat looks like today. I will say it's mainly the northern viewing area, but the problem is it's just going to be on like the tail end of this line of storms. So none of our models are showing anything super widespread for us. But with all that being said, please don't let your guard down. Coming up a little bit later on in the show, I'll have more details on our Fox 26 Storm Alert Day, which is for tomorrow. You guys need to make sure that you're keeping an eye out. But hey, I want to lighten things up a little bit. Coming up after the break, Furry Friends Friday. I have some dog stories. Oh, you guys are going to love it. So stick with us in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Like and subscribe today.
Well, today is Friday, and you know what that means. Time to give some stories from this week a little extra love on airtime for our Furry Friends Friday. So this is a heartwarming moment. Students in a classroom sing to their deaf therapy dog his favorite song in sign language. Check this out.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy.
Oh my goodness, my heart is exploding. The dog, his name is Cole, and his job at the school is to be a therapy dog. According to his website, this deaf pit bull pup helps to spread the message that a disability is not an inability, it's a superpower. Cole works alongside his music teacher, Dad, every day at Dr. Minnis School. How sweet is that? Look at him, he's like, I'm so loved. I love these sweet little kids. Such an angel. Just makes me so happy. Okay, now to another dog story. One that is going to be predicting who wins the NCAA championship. And let me tell you, I think you might like the pick. So first the dog picks the Auburn over Florida. And then when it gets to the Houston Duke game, this is what happened.
Duke versus Houston. Just taste. Good taste. Taste. Good taste. Take it. Houston. The championship. Houston versus Auburn. You can taste. Good taste. Taste. Good taste. Take it. Houston. Duke versus Houston.
Okay, so Duke was a blueberry. Houston was a watermelon. And then obviously Ellie there chose the watermelon. So if you don't follow Ellie on Instagram, please do. Okay, and Auburn was a sweet potato. So Ellie is not the only one. Actually, almost 9% of brackets picked Houston to win the Natty out of 24 million. No big deal. And it looks like Ellie is just doing it again. Please follow her on Insta. She's so cute. Actually, this man's wife just had a baby, and there's another dog that they have, another golden. Yes, of course, I follow the families with golden retrievers and babies, but it's fine. They're so sweet, so sweet. Very, very cool story there. Okay, now to a squirrel. Yeah, you're hearing that right. TCU is giving people the chance to name a squirrel on campus, and it's all for a good cause. TCU says, quote, each day our beloved TCU squirrels scurry around on campus, not knowing their true identity. But today, you can change that. Naming a squirrel costs just $3. Donors get a certificate for their gift, but the school says it will reject any inappropriate name. So, don't even think so. I know that this was screenshotted last weekend, and they had $542 donated. I don't know where the money goes to, but there you go. Raising money. Why not? Give them a name. I wonder if they get to wear a little collar. I'm just kidding. That would be outrageous. Okay, guys, Easter just around the corner, and consumer experts are warning parents to be aware of some hazards in the candy aisle. So for kids under the age of 4, choking is going to be the biggest issue. According to babycenter.com, parents should skip small toys or treats that have small toys hidden inside. Mini chocolate eggs, jelly beans, hard candy, bouncy balls, or marbles should not be a part of the celebration for those small kids. You'll also want to avoid anything that's extremely chewy. Instead, go for a meltable or hollow candy. That's what's considered safe, and toys like stickers, temporary tattoos, or coloring books. I know kiddos love all those things, so there you go. Safe. We like safe. Stickers, very fun, not very messy. Just kind of pull them off, and there you go. Okay, guys, well, get this. Sometimes the wind is even too much for an entire planet. Yeah, this is outside the Kennedy Center in DC, where the wind blew a giant inflatable Mars across the ground and into the road yesterday. Thankfully, no one was hurt by the rogue planet, but the Kennedy Center folks were able to retrieve it, and obviously someone got a video. It's just hilarious. Goodbye, Mars. See you later. Maybe in another universe. Okay, guys, well, if you're headed to Austin this weekend, keep your eyes on the sky. Fox 7 Austin's Jenna King is at Zilker Park, which is just massive. Everyone brings their dog out. It's so much fun. With more on the high-flying fun.
We're here at Zilker Park where thousands of kites will be soaring high this weekend for the 97th annual ABC Kite Fest, joined by Bobby Jenkins. Thank you so much for being here. How fun is this? I mean, we've got our professional kite players, I'll call them that, if you will, in the back. Tell us a little bit about how this event got started.
So 97 years ago, 1929 is when this started. The Exchange Club of Austin is the one who founded it. And what it was there, back in those days, it was a community kite contest where they had all these different kite contests about the highest flying, the straightest flying, the biggest kite, the smallest kite, all these kinds of things. And 97 years later, we're still doing it. It's kind of morphed into more of a festival also. We still have the kite contest, which is an important part of the day, but there's so many other things going on also here at Zilker Park. It's going to be a spectacular afternoon.
I like it. Talk to me about what's in store on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday morning we'll kick off what's called Moss Fest, which is a children's concert. That starts at 10 o'clock, and then the kite contest starts at 1 o'clock. But we've also got the children's zone, we've got the pet zone, we've got food trucks galore, so tons of fun there. That children's zone will have bouncy houses, rock wall climbing, face painting. So this is an afternoon. Come on down. You can buy a kite here, you can build a kite here, you can bring your own kite, or you can watch all the kites. It's just going to be a spectacular day here with that view of Austin, Texas in the background. It's really, really special. You'll see people from all over, and that's what I think is most important. So family friendly. So this is the ultimate place to bring the kids, young and old. I can't tell you how many generations come up and say, oh, I came with my parents, my grandparents, all these kinds of things. So it really is a great day for all of Central Texas.
Thank you so much. Come on out. You won't want to miss it. Reporting for Good Day, I'm Jenna King.
Very, very cool. Okay, well, something else you don't want to miss, and maybe you don't know about, but Houston has its own rugby team. Yeah, the SaberCats. Our very own Coco Dominguez talked with the guys ahead of their big match this weekend in today's Bayou City Buzz.
Rugby season is in full swing. I am here with the Houston SaberCats. That is their stadium right here at 288 and Airport. I got to talk to a couple of the players.
Lerone White, how are you?
Dominic Aquina.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Louisville, Kentucky.
Originally from Hula, Hawaii.
Okay.
Marnu.
Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from South Africa. I've been playing since 2018, since the very first year of the league.
But you kind of been playing as a kid, right? Everybody's roughhousing. This is the part where you're like, stop all that roughhousing. You guys get to roughhouse for a living.
Oh yeah, that's the part of it. If I have something against my friend right here, I could just take it to him at practice.
How much fun is it out there?
Oh, it's really fun. It's always fun to get around the boys and then going out there and kicking some butt. Right now we're on a little win streak. We just got to keep it going for the rest of the season.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, it gets tiring. It's tough mentally. It's tough physically. Obviously, it's a contact sport, so the injuries comes with it. But once you're out of rugby for 2-3 weeks, you really miss it. It's almost an addiction, and I love it.
And what about you? How much fun are you having when when the pile gets high, when you're piled up high?
Oh yeah, when the pile's high, we high, baby. No, it's good.
Where do you prefer to be on that pile?
On top, of course.
Can we get one of the balls here? Because I want to see what you guys play with. Okay, here we go.
Very rounded. We always say it's like a pregnant football. So
there you go. That's a way to carry it around.
we carry it 2 hands. When you go into contact, you pull it back away from the defender so he can't reach it. And yeah, we end up getting there. We scoring the try, touching the ball on the ground.
Yeah. Simple as that.
Simple as that.
Or you just go in the backs and you just swing it out and the.
I think recovery is the most important part of the sport. Ice baths, lots of yoga, cryo chambers, saunas, all those type of things.
What's your favorite yoga pose?
Oh, shucks. Probably the baby pose. I don't know. Something where I don't have to do too much.
After the games, it's one of the only sports where you get to go on the field and actually meet the players, the teams, the staff, the coaches, and actually take pictures and get to know them. Houston, come on out to this weekend on Saturday. Come watch us beat LA.
7 p.m. Let's get this dub.
Let's get this dub is right. I bet those players loved Coco. It looked like they were having way too much fun. Okay, guys, well, when we come back, we're talking all things Fox 26 Storm Alert Day for your Saturday. You're not going to want to miss it.
A little change all the time.
Welcome back, friends. So we know the weather's going to be changing a bit. It's been muggy, warm, and windy the last 3 days, but tomorrow it's going to be all about the chance for thunderstorms. So I do want to take you right on out to our weather maps because it shows that tomorrow the Storm Prediction Center has the entire viewing area, excluding like the far western edge and the far eastern edge, in what we call a 2 out of 5 likely risk. What are the main weather threats in that? Well, heavy rain, frequent lightning, strong wind gusts, the chance for hail, and even the threat for an isolated tornado or two. I want you to look out toward Polk County, into Lake Charles, Alexandria, Monroe, Louisiana. They are in a 3 out of 5 very likely risk for tornadoes, hail. So we're like right on the edge. So please do not let your guard down tomorrow. I'm going to go through the exact timing, but I just want you to note that you got to take any thunderstorms seriously. Now there is going to be the chance for a few thunderstorms tonight, mainly in the northwestern viewing area. And honestly, the models have pushed back the timing significantly, basically fizzles out ahead of the front. So we'll see showers first tomorrow morning. Huntsville to College Station, out to Brenham, even into Columbus, right along the I-10 corridor. So keep that in mind if you're planning on leaving tomorrow morning to head out to San Antonio to cheer on our H-Town Cougs. But then here we go. Tomorrow afternoon, 1:32, widespread heavy rain through Houston. The potential for thunderstorms as well. That's the line that we need to be watching out for, with the potential for any of those severe threats. Then it slowly starts to move off to our east. 6, 7 o'clock, the severe threat should end, but we're still looking at the chance for a few lingering showers as we head into the overnight hours Saturday into Sunday. But hey, as long as the severe threat's over, we can handle a bit of rain. But you saw some of the spots that will be seeing rain moving overhead for a few hours, possibly. Again, it's on and off. I don't think it's going to be any flash flood event, but we're still looking at the potential. Maybe that could be causing some isolated street flooding. So please, make sure you have a way of receiving severe weather alerts. I can't say it enough. I know so many folks are, heading out to San Antonio, going to see family and friends in Austin, heading out to New Orleans, whatever it is. If you're going to be on the roads, you need to have the Fox 26 weather app downloaded on your phone. Good news is, once this clears out, whoo, the weather cools. Yeah, we're dropping about 20 degrees as we head into your Sunday. Wake up temps next week will be in the 40s and 50s. So we're cooling down. I can't give you cold. I can give you cool though. And then out next week looks nice, clearing skies, less humidity. That's what this time of year is all about. But you got to remember that it's still severe season. Obviously, we're seeing a multi-day severe threat across several states, Texas being one of them included. So don't forget, download the free Fox Local app. We'll continue to bring you the latest updates on air as well as online. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.